The Zimmer Electric Dermatome is an electrically powered instrument designed to cut graft thicknesses up to 30/1000ths of an inch. It consists of the handpiece, power supply, width plates, screwdriver, sterilization case, and blades. Individual graft widths of 1 inch, 2 inches, 3 inches, and 4 inches are obtained with 4 different width plates. The width plates are secured to the underside of the instrument with 2 stainless steel machine screws. A screwdriver is provided to secure the plates. To avoid serious injury to the patient and OR staff, the surgeon must be thoroughly familiar with the function, application, and instructions for use of the dermatome. Handle the dermatome carefully. It is a precision instrument. Dropping or bumping it against a surface may cause damage. To avoid a possible explosion hazard, do not use the dermatome in the presence of flammable anesthetics or gases. The operating temperature range for the dermatome is 50 degrees to 100 degrees Fahrenheit. Carefully inspect all the components before each use. Pay particular attention to the underside of the dermatome where the blade oscillates. There should not be any burrs, nicks, gouges, or scratches. If noticeable damage does exist, return the instrument to Zimmer for repairs. Also, always inspect both power cords for signs of damage before beginning any procedure. This includes the cord from the power supply to the wall outlet and the cord from the power supply to the dermatome. Before connecting the Zimmer Electric Dermatome power supply to the power source, align the connector plug of the dermatome to the connector receptacle on the power supply by rotating the plug while gently pushing inward. When the connector and receptacle are properly aligned, push in on the plug until it clicks into the receptacle. Remove any kinks or twists from the cord. The Zimmer Electric Dermatome power supply has been factory calibrated to provide optimum cutting performance and maximum safety. It is designed to meet or exceed specific medical electrical safety standards. Never use another power supply. This could have an adverse effect on the dermatome's performance and permanently damage the dermatome's motor. After connecting the dermatome power cord to the power supply, check to be sure that the setting of the input voltage selector insert in the power entry module matches the voltage to be applied to the power supply. It can be adjusted for 120 or 220 voltage sources. The power supply is shipped for use at 120 volts. To change the settings of the input voltage selector insert, make sure that the power supply is not connected to a power source. Remove the fuse drawer at the rear of the power supply by using a tool to lift up on the tab and pull the drawer outward. Remove the voltage selector insert and install the insert with the correct voltage displayed in the window. Then replace the fuse drawer. Be sure that the switch on the front of the power supply is in the off position, and that the safety lock on the instrument handpiece is in the safe position. Then attach the power supply to the power source. Ground reliability can be achieved only when the cord is connected to a receptacle marked hospital grade. Before attaching a width plate or inserting a blade, be sure that the power supply is off. Then place the dermatome in the safe position by sliding the safety lock on the on-off lever toward the blade end of the handpiece. Only the word safe should be visible. Select the proper width plate. Zimmer width plates come in 1, 2, 3, and 4-inch widths. Using the Zimmer screwdriver, loosen the width plate screws approximately 2 turns. Do not completely remove the screws from the handpiece. Always use a new blade for each procedure. Use only Zimmer dermatome blades. These blades have been specifically designed for use with the Zimmer Electric Dermatome and Zimmer Air Dermatome. Other blades will not fit properly and may cause serious injury. Use extra caution when handling the blade. A nick may result in an uneven cut. Place the blade into the slot on the handpiece, mating the drive pin with the hole in the blade. Be sure that the proper side, indicated by the etching, is facing up. Inspect the blade in relation to the control bar. The blade should always be positioned behind the control bar. Serious injury may occur if the blade extends beyond the control bar. The dermatome should be serviced immediately. Because the back of the blade is a self-lubricating plastic, The blade requires no additional lubrication. Attach the selected width plate over the blade and use the screwdriver to tighten the 2 screws. Do not over-tighten the screws. Adjust the thickness control lever on the handpiece to the desired graft thickness. The graft thickness can be set from 0 to 30,000ths of an inch in increments of 2,000ths of an inch. Each engraved mark indicates 2,000ths of an inch. After setting the thickness, turn on the power to the power supply by moving the rocker switch to the on position. The rocker switch should illuminate when the power is on. Lift the on-off lever on the handpiece and slide the safety lock to the on position. Then briefly depress the on-off lever to ensure that power is being supplied to the handpiece and that the drive pin is oscillating. Do not run the dermatome for an extended time without cutting, as this will wear the blade. Sterile mineral oil may be applied to the graft site to ease the travel of the dermatome. Hold the handpiece approximately at a 30 to 45 degree angle from the skin surface. A lower angle may cause the blade to skip across the donor site. A higher angle may cause the instrument to gouge the donor site. Depress the on-off lever to start the cut, and guide the unit forward using a moderate downward pressure to ensure that the cutting edge remains in contact with the donor site. Avoid excessive downward pressure, as this can result in a thicker graft than desired. Moderate pressure will keep the dermatome in continuous contact with the skin and typically produce more consistent results. There are 2 recommended techniques for taking a skin graft. With the first technique, allow the cut graft to accumulate in the pocket of the handpiece. To end the graft, lift the handpiece away from the donor site. Return the on-off lever to the safe position and carefully remove the graft. With the second technique, use tissue forceps to gently lift the graft as it emerges from the pocket area. Do not stretch or pull the graft, as this may cause irregular edges and non-uniform cuts. Then lift the handpiece away from the donor site to end the graft, and return the on-off lever to the safe position. When the grafting procedure is complete, remove the power cord from the power supply by pulling outward on the knurled portion of the plug. Then remove the width plate and blade for cleaning. Safely dispose of all blades. Whenever the dermatome is not in use, place it with the blade side up to avoid blade damage. The Zimmer Electric Dermatome is an electrically powered instrument designed to cut graft thicknesses up to 30,000ths of an inch. It consists of the handpiece, power supply, width plates, screwdriver, sterilization case, and blades. The width plates are secured to the underside of the instrument with 2 stainless steel machine screws. A screwdriver is provided to secure the plates. Handle the dermatome carefully. It is a precision instrument. Dropping or bumping it against a surface may cause damage. In cleaning the Zimmer Electric Dermatome, do not immerse the instrument in any solution, as this may damage the motor. Do not use automated washers or ultrasonic cleaners on the handpiece. Ultrasonic cleaners will dislodge oil from the motor bearings and render the instrument inoperative. Also, vibrations from the cleaner may compromise the instrument's calibration. Cleaning with saline is not recommended. Saline and other irrigation fluids can cause metal corrosion. Using household bleach for decontamination may also cause corrosion. Remove the width plate and blade for cleaning, but do not remove or disassemble any other components. Safely solution may be used before scrubbing with the detergent. Move the thickness adjustment to release any debris. To remove tissue and other residue, thoroughly but gently scrub the handpiece and width plates with a soft bristled brush and mild pH-neutral detergent. Remove all traces of blood, coagulated material, and stains. Pay particular attention to any crevices and other hard-to-clean areas until all visible soil has been removed. Change the cleaning solution if it becomes grossly contaminated. To prevent accumulation of deposits, rinse the cavity which houses the oscillating drive pin until it is clean. After cleaning, rinse the detergent from the handpiece using purified water. Shake any excess water from the dermatome and width plate, and wipe them dry with a clean disposable absorbent, non-shedding wipe. If desired, use an alcohol wipe to disinfect the surface of the dermatome before sterilization. Never immerse the power supply. Clean it with a damp, lint-free cloth using a mild detergent. An alcohol wipe may be used to disinfect the surface of the power supply. Steam sterilization is safe and effective and is the only recommended method for the Zimmer electric dermatome. Flash sterilization is not recommended because complete sterility cannot be guaranteed. Ethylene oxide sterilization also is not recommended because reliable outgassing times are difficult to determine for lubricated power instruments. Never sterilize the power supply for the Zimmer electric dermatome. Disconnect the dermatome handpiece from the power supply before sterilization. The power cord from the dermatome to the handpiece, however, should be sterilized. After cleaning the dermatome, place the handpiece, width plates, and screwdriver in an instrument tray or fully perforated autoclave case. Be careful not to kink or crimp the dermatome's cord when closing the lid. The Zimmer dermatome autoclave case is recommended. This custom-designed case will help prevent damage to the components during sterilization. If the device is to be wrapped, use 2 double-thick sheets of 140 thread count wrappers or equivalent. Exposure time is the same whether the device is wrapped or unwrapped. For pre-vacuum steam sterilization, set the temperature at 270 degrees Fahrenheit minimum. Set the exposure time for 4 minutes, and set the drying time for 8 minutes minimum. If there is a concern about TSE or CJD contamination, autoclaving at a minimum of 273 degrees for at least 18 minutes is recommended by the World Health Organization. Do not immerse the handpiece or any components in liquid after sterilization. Allow them to cool by exposure to room temperature, or cover them with a cold, sterile towel.